Would your thoughts be different if you were to understand that you're the same Ghana you would want to make better? If yes, join Papa Smiley and his team on Bamaso, live on Aquant4 Radio from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. London time, Monday to Friday, to consciously deliberate on ways of letting the Ghana we would want to live in be found in us. Always remember, the enlightened Ghanaian is the one that sees himself or herself as the Ghana itself. Bamaso, Adrian Kessie.
We are radio, and this is Aquant4 Radio.
Brantie amachidede osemo miankayo no fie ani fie na yebesan ko yanchi empanyufo se kuntu hwane a ni kira na eko ana sadi abrantie amachidede kaye no osisa wo se chinya oda se wo se chi enya oda ehwa na otafre ade na wosi esuan wosade we mu se wo se chinya oda de wo so ya ne se wo twitwi ho baby this year baby akwa ho be fine enti sanko fa dwumade ya saba esansi enim se chinya ye da ehwa na yetafre ntino. We imagine the best of yesterday with the best of today to create the best of tomorrow. What is your case, man? And then come on, you be no. More the power. And through the power of technology, then cross over to Australia. Now, you're my Princess Akwaba. Princess, good morning.
Oka, good morning. Jimmy Meka, good evening.
Aye, good evening. Sir.
Who confusing me, Anna? Who confusing me? Last week, we and the other way, Anna.
Senior, baby.
Last week, we catch him say good evening. Meka pa. Last week, we say good evening. And I make a good evening. Now say Debbie, as I make a good morning. And then they want done.
I'm a done.
Good evening. We make a good morning.
And then one no yanko.
Me pemam super.
Some yamanicha.
Kakra.
It's all in order.
Me kweku.
Say me who say what ofa kweku adam for you know. I was asking the man to train kakra yaba umu. So ono woni short memory or kind of my pa. Only short memory or kind of my pa. Intino. Intino okro na why say abi no ene abi ba no odi ni ba do obeba ene obeba.
Yes, yeah. I wish you know. Hey.
And then
yeah, well, don't November 4.
Hey, you're dumb pa. And see, but why I bet to your mama Abby? Why?
Okay, yo.
And to prepare your mouth episode tomorrow. Why? Now Australia to say.
Oh, Namia, and she will move. Say, yeah, quite, yeah, was, say, no, yeah, was spring. It's your summer best started 1st December.
Wow. Then you guys have
bushfires, no?
And then I think some munya very lovely Christmas or hopa. So Christmas,
Christmas, room. Into ya na momu di turkey na dinner. And the prawns and seafood na.
Oh,
because it's too hot for those roast. Yeah,
I see.
Barbecues and seafood and I did. Hey, of course, seafood shop. I know some kito line. Tin. 24th Honum no. Hey, people are stocking up for Christmas Day. Yeah, prawns especially.
I see. Interesting. Yo, and topic in me who ya na me hoke kame. What I say.
No abobrim.
Mabobrim. So, I say, well, who are dear bia? Say, hey, ubetimi edi no. So, na I am a show. Oh, are they? Then I will.
Oh, there be my semi na makana. I
say Miss Afwas today, nothing me puno. So, into the waka be a mengu trim. Why? Mengu trim. Unless you want to share with us. Yes, I did. Unless you want to share with us.
Oh, Debbie.
Okay.
I will share when I want to share. Thank you for not pressuring me to share. Because all the things that go on in my head, in fact. Yeah, dangerous. Yeah, everyone know people to make dangerous. It is very, very dangerous.
You know, to be frank with you, some of the things that goes on in our head, you know, it's better they stay there. So,
it's better than stay. I'm so grateful to God that we have imagination. Nobody can access it. So we can play all sorts of games there, you know.
As long as
if only people knew.
As long as you don't hold any guilt keeping it in there, okay.
No. Guilt free.
And important. So, but when it happens, it's staying in there, but you are harboring some guilt to the NHS. Also, you who baby.
That's so true. Yeah.
So you who baby. 7 habits of emotionally intelligent people. 7 habits of emotionally intelligent people. Well, I know you're going to be giving us a brief account of what this is all about, but I'll hand over to you. But start off by telling us what is emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence.
What is that? And what is that at all? Why?
What is it? Emotional intelligence. Well, Peter Salovey and John Mayer define emotional intelligence as the ability to monitor one's own and other people's emotions, to discriminate between different emotions and label them appropriately, and to use emotional information to guide thinking and behavior. In simple terms, though, to know when you are feeling sad to label it, to know when you are feeling angry and to label it, and to work out whether somebody's feeling sad, angry, agitated, and to know how to hold them while they go through those emotions. And you as well. So you know how to manage yourself whilst you're going through the different emotions and process them constructively. That's emotional intelligence.
Wow, definition when you say a thesis definition also find one after the other now.
Emotional habits, you know, the habits of the emotionally intelligent. And I work on. If I'm going to break it down, the 7 habits of the
before you go there, right? Once the definition is so deep, only identity.
Say that again. Line clear. Say that again, please.
Well, your definition of emotional intelligence is quite deep. So, if you could break it down a little bit for us, you see, so that we the very ones who are not psychologists, we are lay people or something, you know.
I said that before. I said it. Okay, I'll say it again.
Say it again.
And then you can explain to me how you understand it. And then if you want any further clarification, I can help you out. Yeah. So if you're feeling sad, you need to be able to work out that I'm feeling sad and to own it. If you're feeling angry, you need to be able to know that it's anger that is coming through you and label it. If you're feeling afraid, you need to be able to work out that it's fear.
Okay.
Name it. Yeah. That's what emotion. And you find that a lot of people don't know when all these emotions are coursing through their veins.
All right.
They have no idea what's going on, and so it comes out different. They end up spilling their stuff onto others, which is not appropriate.
Emotional intelligence, basically. You as an individual, no, first of all, yourself, as I took from your definition, it should begin with yourself, and then you can transfer it to others. You knowing whatever that you're going through, the feeling that you have, and you'll be able to identify that this is what I'm going through. You name it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I see. Yes. So even if it's suicidal thoughts that you are having, you should be able to know that you are having suicidal thoughts, right?
And you walk off.
So
yes.
Oh.
But class 1, the basics of I'm afraid. Yeah. That fear is the number one thing. We're afraid, so most people either project onto others and say, you are the reason why I'm going through this, or it comes in all forms. We project our feelings onto other people.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you know that you are feeling afraid now, you own it, you process it, and you don't spill it. Your responsibility is not to spill it onto other people. And then if you have trusted people, which I've taught others to do, have a trusted inner circle that you can call on, and which I do. I practice that a lot. I have a number of people who I say, I'm feeling afraid right now. Can you hold space for me? And then they give me a listening ear, or I say what is causing me fear, and then they're not there to advise me. They're just holding space, and they're reflecting back to me what I'm saying. And once I've let it out and I process it, then I'm okay, and I continue. So I don't end up telling everybody or behaving negatively towards others because of my fear.
Okay, all right then. Any number one.
Number one habit: inspire yourself.
Okay.
The number one habit of emotionally intelligent people is that they know how to inspire themselves. They know how. Okay, for instance, if they've done wonderful things in the past, they're able to list it. To send me, say, I have a record of the times where I've triumphed over tragedy or been able to overcome difficult challenges. I write it down, and then I go back to them when I'm going through a challenging time, a low time. So I'm able to go back and say, see, this, I went through this and I was able to go through it. So now I can do with this, I can overcome anything. And then I have people too who I tell my triumphs too.
Mm-hmm.
Even my daughter, Equia, reminds me of the times when I'm going through some challenges. And she said, Mom, remember when you did this? You can do it. And I do the same for her. And I have friends who do the same. So relying on the past, on your past successes and then having a faith in a higher power to lead you through the tough passages. That's number one. Yeah? Emotionally intelligent people.
Inspire yourself, right?
Inspire yourself, yes.
Okay. And then you said the best way to do that is to have a list of all the moments that you triumph over.
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah,
and then when you are down, you read that to yourself.
Mm-hmm. And then you have people who you tell those stories to, so they remind you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Should you wait till you are down before you read that to yourself?
Oh, no, you don't need to wait till you're down. You can read it to yourself. And in fact, when you read it to yourself during the up times, it's keyed into your memory so you can access it during the challenging times.
Oh, okay.
The potential of you accessing it during a challenging time is higher when you've been practicing the reading of it in the high times. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So when the low times come,
So in effect, it is like it's you going to the past, but you choosing those times in the past that you were up, so that it can bring you up in the present, right?
Yes. Those times when not necessarily up. Those times when you had a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And you were able to overcome the challenge.
Okay.
So you're thinking far back to, this time, this happened, and I thought I couldn't survive it, but grace saw me through it, and I was able to survive it, kind of something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's reminding yourself that you've done it before, and you can do it again.
You can do it again. Okay. Right. I see.
Yeah.
Yo, and yanko number 2, no so.
Number 2. Persist against frustration. Your frustration should evolve and change, meaning that you can't have the same frustrations you had 5 years ago coming to frustrate you again today, right? Mm-hmm. You should be able to have overcome those. Now, in life, you're meant to grow. So, for instance, if you have an issue with people walking all over you 5 years ago, that was an issue, and in the current moment it's still an issue, then no, you're not being emotionally intelligent. Yeah. So you should have found ways to overcome those things, as in it requires having boundaries to be able to say no to people who are putting you down, to be able to speak out your needs. Even if people are not going to meet it, continually remind them, this is what I need, through words, through action. And the ones who can't handle those boundaries, you'll have to move away from, love them from afar. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So our frustrations should evolve and grow. And emotionally intelligent people don't have the same frustrations circling around them all the time.
Oh, I see. So they break through their frustrations, right?
Oh yes, they do. They work so hard that it doesn't become a frustration anymore. They end up acquiring new frustrations.
Oh.
Basically, that's emotionally intelligent people acquire new frustrations, because as in life, new level, new devil. The higher you go, the newer challenges you encounter.
So what is the focus of emotionally intelligent people in times of frustrations? What is their basic focus or their primary focus?
Their primary focus is to grow through it. There's a saying that I love: where you stumble, there you. Oh no! What is it? I've lost it. Your treasure lies.
Mm-hmm.
The only way forward is through. Yeah, that's one I can remember. The only way forward is through. This means that whatever obstacle you're facing, if you avoid it, you're not going to grow. But if you walk through it and face it head on, then it will stretch you into a better version of you. So the people who continually avoid the obstacles, they end up feeling littler and littler. They feel small because then you are underperforming. You are being an underachiever. And in the end, it becomes what? Depression. Because you're not living according to what God has placed in you or what you're capable of. Into you. So emotional intelligent people, they push through. Case in point, when I recently started a role, and in the beginning it was very tough, and I thought of quitting. It was just too much for me. And then I contacted my inner circle, said, pray for me. And then I asked for help to overcome the frustration. I got the help. I pushed through, and even I'll go back to my daughter. I said to Mom, you got to do this because I'll be relying on you when I'm going through a frustration to say to me, Ekuya, you can do it too. So you go through this so I can hold on to how you overcame your obstacle and then use it for my future obstacles. See? So that's what I asked for help, and I pushed through. It was very hard, but I pushed through, and I have grown since. So this is what happens. Had I not asked for help and retreated and said, oh, this is too much for me, I can't handle it, I would have felt really small by now. Yeah? So emotional intelligence got me to ask for help, and when the help was provided, I received it, I applied it, and I have grown immensely through it.
Okay, all right. Is the way of growth only through it? Is that the only way? Because when say the river is flowing, and then it gets to the rock, as I say, it gets to the mountain.
Line of least resistance.
It can go around it as well. So only I mentioned it's the only way of growth through it, because so is the
through it's a metaphorical term. Through is beside, on top. They say you can use a stumbling block as a stepping stone. Have you heard that one too? A stumbling block can use a hand, so you're not cracking the stone per se and going through the stone, but you're stepping on it.
That's right.
And using it to propel you forward into the newer version, the better version of you.
Okay, all right. So the through it's more or less, you learn something out of whatever the situation is, and you rising up to your higher self. Maybe. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
My friend, then we will be able to get you.
I'm grateful. So you're asking all these questions so that I can explain further.
Yeah. All right. So persist against frustration. Persist against frustration.
Your frustrations should evolve and change. They shouldn't be the same.
So in the event that let's say your partner, right, your husband, your wife,
your girlfriend, your boyfriend,
your girlfriend, your concubine is the source of your frustration, what would you suggest the person does?
That is a deep one. Is the source of your frustration. I heard this thing and I didn't like it, but it's true. Nobody can make you feel anyway unless you allow them to. Nobody can drive you crazy unless you give them the keys. Nobody can suck the life out of you unless you give them the straw. If they're doing something that is constantly frustrating you, and you have to speak up about it. That's where communication comes in. Open communication. It's okay to communicate your needs to this person. Relationships are a partnership, and built on respect and mutual growth. So if the person is not aligning to your values and meeting your needs, then you'll have to rethink where you're going. Yeah. Recently, one of my mentors said to me, we asked him a question, say, when he started his coaching journey, how did his partner take it? And he said that it got to a point where if she didn't grow together with him, he was prepared to let go of the relationship. And luckily for them, she loved the improvement in him, that she wanted to go on the same journey as him, and so they're now together, still together. Whereas had she not grown with him, they wouldn't be in relationship. So that's where it's at.
Interesting. So in a similar vein, maybe you are at a workplace, and then okay, in the event your colleague could possibly be that channel with which you realize your frustration is coming from, and then your manager, your supervisor could be the channel through which I realize that frustration is coming from. No? What would you advise that person to do?
Okay, for me, the people who I interact with, I say to them most times is the universe's way of saying to you, it's time to move on. Yeah. If this frustration is consistent and you're going to work unhappy, start blessing the workplace for offering you that opportunity, and start calling out or looking for other opportunities. Because you're not meant to be abusing yourself like that. If you, granted, there are situations where people, for whatever reason, get stuck in a frustrative workplace. Yeah, that's there too. But eventually, what I know has happened with people, they say, they either get sick or they get fired.
That's right.
Because it's time for them to move on. The universe has a way of making it such that the door will close. So it will force you to get out of the place because you've outgrown the place.
I see.
But little ones like human interactions and things, it's up to you to work out what you can put up with and what you can't. And if the pluses are less than the minuses, then it's time to move on.
I see. So in effect, what you're trying to say, and say, if you're at a workplace and then you have some issues going on every now and then, instead of you seeing the very ones who are possibly being the channel for those problems, focusing on them, focus on yourself, and then see what life is trying to tell you from those issues, right?
Yeah, they are your teachers. The ones who seem to be frustrating you, they are your teachers. They are growing you.
So focus on what they are teaching you, not them.
Focus on what they're teaching you, and when your lesson is learned and it's time to move on, you will know. Because then going to work wouldn't be as pleasant anymore. Your body will react in ways that that's why some people end up having stress and go on stress leave because they are not listening to what their body is saying in regard to how they're being affected by the workplace.
But in some cases, some people may tell you, this job pays very well. It pays. It pays very, very well. Thinking about the monies and what I have been able to, or what I can use the money that I get out of this job for, quitting just like that. It's going to cost a lot to me, so I'm just going to persist and stay there. What's your view on that too?
Well, so I know people who have persisted in the workplace that is causing them frustrations because of the money. In the end, they've fallen sick, so the money goes away anyway, so they can't even work anymore. Yeah. If the universe has a way, alternatively, right? You could use that money also to invest in self-care, So whether it's massage or doing something that lights you up outside of the workplace, you don't necessarily, if you can't quit, I do understand in some situations you can't quit, use that money to invest in things that light you up so that it will shore you up for the war zone of this frustrative workplace. Yeah?
Okay. All right.
So use that money that you're earning to help you get a shock absorber so that when you go back to the workplace, you won't be as affected.
Oh, I see. So the money may be good, right? But use that money to some of them to heal yourself, to develop that strong emotional intelligence, so that when you go there I see. It's becoming subjective, right? In one case, you said life is telling you to move on, right?
So you are asking me of the person who says the money is good.
The money is good. Okay.
So the one who's saying the money is good, well, if you want to stay. But in the meantime, use the out. I can't say quit. Everybody's situation is individual. It's they know the full story.
That's right.
But this thing that I'm saying to you, there are people who I say to, they understand exactly what because they know that once their body talks to them and say this is the end of the road, because it's not the first time it's happened to them. So when the frustration sets in and they start to see the signs, then they need to get out. Otherwise, they'll get sick or something drastic will happen to get their attention, and they don't want that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So the ones who want to continue to say the money is good, if it's all about what you can handle. It's all we all have different capacities. Some people can handle, depending on their upbringing and how they've been wired, they can handle certain things. Others, no, we can't handle certain things. So it's an individual thing. But if somebody came to me with constant frustrations, I would say to them, it's about time you start looking elsewhere.
Okay, all right. You see, this question just came to mind, and I'll just give it to you before we go to number 3, right?
Yeah.
Is money a source of happiness?
Is money a source of happiness? We need money to. Money is not a source of happiness. We need money. Money is the currency of this life. They've done the research and realized that beyond a certain amount of money, our happiness level doesn't increase. Yeah. So ultimately, happiness is internal. It's inherent. The people in the number of third world countries, they don't have a lot of money, but they are happy. They are happier than a number of westernized countries with lots of money. So money is not the source of happiness.
Interesting. Previously we have said, and then many people have bought into the idea that money cannot buy you happiness, right? But in the event that you have the money, right? Someone.
Money is good, yeah.
Money is good, yeah. Someone was telling me, many people want to be happy, right? But when you when you ask them what is the anatomy of happiness, right? It's a different ball game. They will be all over the place trying to let you know the anatomy of happiness. What if you you have that money, and then you decide to open your arms, right? With that money, you help the very ones who need the money, the very ones who need support with your money.
Yeah.
Can't you see money is a source of happiness then?
Well, money helps you to do good things. When because they're able to do more good things.
Because when you do the good things,
money is, I wouldn't say money per se is the source of. It's what you do with the money that gives you happiness.
All right. So money could be a channel through which you can get happiness, and as I say, is that what?
Yes. Oh, yes. But to say having money purely will make me happy. No. Otherwise, all the millionaires, the rich people would be the happiest on earth, and the poor people would be the saddest. But it doesn't work like that.
Okay. All right.
Happiness is inherent.
All right.
It's within.
So money can be an avenue for happiness, if only you know, maybe what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
As long as you circulate it.
You circulate it. Okay. All right then. Says now your audience. That's how you doing yours, maybe.
Oh yes. I circulate.
Okay. All right then.
I share.
You share. All right. Let's go to number 3 before we run out of time. So number 3.
Number 3, delay. Emotionally intelligent people know how to delay gratification. So, for instance, there was a time when I'll buy a packet of biscuits and eat it all in one sitting. Right at the shop. I could not delay the gratification. Yeah, and so mastery, when you want to be a master of life or mastery of your emotions, it takes time. You need to be able to hold off. If you are tempted to eat the packet of biscuits, you need to find ways of distracting yourself. In my case, don't buy the biscuits at all, or buy it and give it to somebody who will give me one piece per hour, or no, who give it to me in bits and pieces. And those shortcuts, get money rich quick, be enlightened in 2 hours. It doesn't happen like that. There's a saying that I love, that the longest distance between 2 points is a shortcut.
Okay, I see.
The longest distance between 2 points is a shortcut, meaning there are no shortcuts in life. Everything takes time. When you sow something, we go to the farms. The analogy of farmers, when they sow a seed, it takes there's a gestational period for everything in life. Yeah. It takes 9 months for the baby to become a full human before a baby comes out. If you say you're going to birth the baby in 2 months, you're not going to have a baby. You're going to have a 2-month-old, something that, yeah. So everything takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. Get rich quick schemes are just a lie. So you have to have the discipline to do the work and not be distracted by, the sweet stuff. Stick to what you're doing.
Okay.
And eventually you'll get there. Yeah. So that's delayed gratification. That's number 3.
I see. Me bo cancer. Sad delayed gratification. Yeah, I was trying to say. Yeah. I mean. Okay. And the emotionally strong people, so.
Emotionally intelligent.
Emotionally intelligent people. Yeah, I can't say.
Yeah.
5 minutes, man.
5 minutes, man. What do you mean?
Oh, come on. Oh, you know what I mean, don't you? Yeah, you said you should delay, isn't it? Because you
I said what?
You used you finishing the whole packet of biscuit, okay? In a shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in your explanation, you are saying you should be able to take some now. You hold on, then another time you can, enjoy the rest, right? And I'm asking.
And if you don't have any way to, then don't buy the biscuits at all.
No, don't buy the biscuit at all. But and I'm asking. You see, based on that analogy, I'm saying so emotionally intelligent people they can hold on and then hold on and then don't come at 5 minutes, right? They can hold on and go on a little bit, right?
Happy. They can hold.
You mean the police? Please on to the bus. Even the guy.
Emotional intelligent people, they said that Daniel Carr, he said on his show that he saw the girl on the way to doing the show. He admired the girl. But he knew that he was going to do a show, so he wasn't going to say, "Hey, sweetheart, can I give you a lift home?" That's emotional intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah? Not to be distracted. Yes. But to focus on the task ahead. There were people waiting for him to do his live show.
That's right.
So he decided to delay that gratification. Okay, later on after the show, he could have gone looking for the nice girl if she was still hanging around. Yeah, but for then, he was able to delay his gratification. Some people would have gone ahead and called the girl and not ended up doing the show. So he was being emotionally intelligent.
Okay.
I delaying gratification.
I see. Me sure say question. What you say, partner? I say open say. Say I was all the so you see. In the scenario of man and woman enjoying themselves, right? Okay.
Oh.
Yes. In that moment, you know, if open saw this idea we example or how would an emotionally intelligent man, okay, behave? One say you rock her, you get to a point, and then you realize if you rock one more time, you come. What I say?
Papa, I say yo. I say in fact, what beside important question, Papa.
Yeah, that's what
I just say. Wow, that is a depending. You emotional intelligent. You don't. Then you know. You shouldn't go the next.
You shouldn't do what? Change them way.
Have I answered your question?
If you are emotional intelligent person, you should know when you should hold back and don't hit the next one. Maybe what?
Yes.
Okay.
You wouldn't let go of that one, eh?
So can we therefore say the very ones who are 2 minutes men, 3 minutes?
Oh!
They are also not emotionally intelligent because they don't know they don't know the point. They don't know the point that they have to hold back, right?
Yeah, I can't speak to that one, unfortunately.
Oh, why?
Well, from what I'm teaching, you apply it to yourself and answer your own self.
Oh, it's like
I won't get myself into trouble.
Oh, I don't know good runner.
Oh, say
good runner.
Debbie, I could do be what I only say. I said, well, okay, you know, you have to, when you mature to a stage, you have to learn which meat you can chew and which you can't chew.
That's right.
When the young girls are crossing gutter, you pull back because you know you are an old lady.
Yeah.
So when they are going, so you can tell from afar. But when you're younger and inexperienced, everything you see you want to do. Oh, I'll do the approve and all that. But as you get to a certain stage, you know, this one I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it to my elders to take over. My elders being the young ones who are young and vibrant, because I know my limit. Shatawale kind. I know my level.
Yeah.
I know my level, so I won't go there.
Okay, all right. You see, said you see, to be emotionally intelligent, you know, it demands a lot of practice. So that's it.
Oh yes, it does. It
does. Because I say, I say, Kai drew be possible. What you say? How would you be able to step on the brakes? And only as I say, what do love will be at me say, what the pa, what I say, but to pull back and then.
But yeah, so don't even go. That's like, don't even buy the biscuit. You know, I have lied to myself several times. I go to the shop and I say, the biscuits are for the children. I lie to myself. I know very well I'm lying to myself. I buy the biscuits. The children don't like the biscuits. I end up sitting when they are asleep. I sit and I eat. I make myself some Milo and I eat the biscuits. And I say, Abraham, who are you fooling? Okay. You are fooling yourself. Don't buy the biscuits. Because if they are home, if they are not home, you won't eat them. So, why emotionally intelligent people know not to venture the chololi in the first place, you see? So don't get yourself in that state, because willpower is, don't. Willpower doesn't work in certain things. Don't go that way. because more than likely you fail. You fall big time. So don't even, you can, so you're emotionally intelligent enough to see things, how things are going to pan out. What's your end game? What is your end game? Yeah. So when you're starting something, you got to work out where your end game is before you start, not just go like that.
I see.
That's where emotional intelligence is all about.
I'm getting something here. So let's say you and your partner begin to enjoy yourselves, right? Okay. As a man, your end game could be that you would want to satisfy the woman, right? And then you could also make your end game as you satisfying yourself, right? So based on your end game, it will determine the level of emotional intelligence you will be displaying. So when it gets to the point that you may be getting to the end and then you realize the woman is not there, you have to know how to put the brakes and then start all over, isn't it?
Yes. Why are you so bent on that one?
We are learning, no? Are we not learning?
We are.
So I mean, you don't know. That is the reason why many people are into these aphrodisiacs and what have you. So many, you know.
You.
Some crime me
say what Friday?
Me told
Sir?
Me told me. You will give us P capsules. So it helps you. It works on you, and then you can be strong. But you are bringing in a new thing. Okay. I pick from your delayed gratification. No? So because it's not many. It's not many.
Oh yes. Okay.
It's not many people who can delay that gratification, you know. So I mean now something sweet is there and then you are saying no, don't enjoy. Why? I mean it's adding yes,
that's true.
Yes, you are there. And you know, when people learn to develop their emotional intelligence, that's true.
That's true.
And that is why me hit was hard. And the young corner my four.
Okay.
So also my boy actually and the young corner my four.
Number 4. Number 4, they say emotionally intelligent people know how to regulate their moods.
Okay.
What does that mean? Growth is so uncomfortable when you're growing into a new area. It is so uncomfortable, and then you want to fall back into your own comfort zone and all that. But what you do to combat that, the emotionally intelligent person chooses what chooses what.
Aqua24 Radio.
Chooses what they want to focus on, so that they know that this is where I want to go with it. So this is my goal, this is where I want to reach, and that is enough to keep them going, so that during the uncomfortable stages they know, so okay, in the end this is what I'm going to achieve, or these are the qualities I'm going to grow in myself, so I'll keep going. And so they take their focus away from the uncomfortable bits.
Okay, I see.
And focus on the results that they're going to be getting. Yeah.
Well, a lot may be happening around you, right? But,
yes.
But you choose which ones that you put your attention to. Yes, sir.
Yes, that's so true.
Let's take Ghana for instance, right? When you listen to various radio stations, you know, various political shows, you know, people are expressing so much. Some well, it's not all of them. Some people express their views as if, you know, so much is going on in our country that is not appropriate, that is causing a lot of pain, right? So an emotionally intelligent person looking at Ghana, for instance, or in your case, let's say I hope you yourself, you are an emotionally intelligent person, right?
I am, Papebi.
All right. So let's look at Ghana, for instance, and all that is going on in our country. Now, if you are an emotionally intelligent individual as you are, what would be your focus when you want to talk about Ghana?
Oh, you just touched on something that's been on my heart for a while, right? I know that what we focus on expands. So at a point in time when people were saying all the bad things about Ghana, I don't know whether I wrote it on somebody's wall or something to the effect that, why don't we pick all the good things that are going well with Ghana? Focus on them. And the more we do that, the more things will improve. It's just the law of life. When you focus on what's working, if you have one thing not working and you have 9 things that are working, and you focus on the one thing that's not working, guess what? The 9 things will end up not working too. And the other bit works too. If you focus on the one that is working and the 9 that are not working, eventually the 9 will fall into place and work too. That's life. It's a law of life. Yeah. So for me, in this case, I would say, let's go around. There's so many good news stories in Ghana, improvements and things happening. Why don't we focus on the way? So, and human beings, that's how we're negatively wired. So we're always looking for what's not working, what's wrong. Instead of saying what's right, we're saying what's wrong. So if we change our language into what's right about Ghana, what improvements have we had in the past, however many, then it inspires us to do more. But if we go into, well, this is wrong and this is this, and saying all the bad parts, guess what? We're going to go down the drain. Yeah, so that's what I have to say.
All right. Would you be able to give us some few illustrations that will bring this scenario home? Say, let's say if just one thing is not working in your life and then 9 other things are working in your life, and then you focus on that one thing, the other 9 bits that are working that are the 9 bits that are working will also tune in to start not working. Would you be able to give us some scenarios, that would drive this home?
You put me on the spot.
One thing that is just one scenario that is coming to mind now. Fan say me kaipa emrani iswano na in Ghana say me num kuro queen family na, right?
Yeah.
Na me hoke kame, right? Na ya me kai say me say me no medro na say me ho keka na say me betiti a o se mentiti jai mentiti na when I grew up, I found a new perspective to that, because the very moment one part of you starts to itch, so na say otiti a obehu a na hu nyina ye de be ekeka enti say one part of your body esha say ekeka wa now yes otiti o se jai menti menti ase na makwa akuti because ekeka me enti ekeka me sal me nyatitin ya obehu a na afi another part nso ai de be abeka ho enti na say left one no ewo ba bia na team first na right one no so ye de be eko another place afi obehu na all over me na sha say de be ekeka me enti na obehu afi na ase aye rotation we kwa na we kwa afi na ujina ho na o sa Nah, I know, say, psychologists have a way of putting it, right?
There's one too like that. Even in the playground, right? When we're playing young kids, if you have a group of girls or children playing and they're enjoying themselves, everybody wants to be part of them. They are so focused. The good that they are focused on is so attractive that everybody wants to be part of their game. But if you are with the ones who are not having fun, nobody wants to be with them either.
Yeah, I see. Interesting. You see, so I think such scenarios we see no so that we'll be able to channel our focus no to the right places. We'll get more of what we want and not more of what we don't want. So on the identity.
That's true. That's true.
More of what we want as against more of what we don't want. Because I said okay, many a time you focus on more of what we don't want. So
yes.
I say,
and then we end up getting more of what
in fact illustration in fact so I say a kiss of way.
Okay.
Sorry. Musimunyame no so dia de bia na monsam na mbondin wa sorry so I didn't I said I think who said that no okay it was somewhere else. You are selling Coca-Cola, right? But anytime you go there, no, you just keep saying, Pepsi is not good for you. Pepsi is not good for you. Pepsi is not good for you. Okay, so you keep advertising for Pepsi instead of you advertising for Coca-Cola, right? So, Christopher, one the Pepsi the Coca-Cola I think it will help drive this regulate your mood, home. So, and then we'll be able to keep our focus on.
And I tell you what too. There was a tour of a girls' school, and my daughter was part of it, and she was saying all the good things about her school. And then this other girl, all she kept saying was the bad things about the school. And my daughter said, if you didn't want to advertise for the school, why did you take up the volunteer position to be part of it? Why are you selling the bad parts of the school to potential parents? So I suppose that's another scenario too.
Oh yes.
Because in Ghana we have the same ujinan krani mutitin krani. Is that what it is?
Yinan krani mutitin krani.
We don't stand in krani is what ants, is it?
Omina freeze our family and do a bit my from
they are crawling things. Crawling places.
Crawling things, yeah. So.
You can't stand among it literally translates as you can't stand among crawling things and be taking them off you because you are amongst them.
Yeah, that's right.
So they'll forever be crawling on you. You have to get out of the crawling things.
So probably far. So you ansana yabako enim to you see you do number say number 5 me boy. Before
5 6 or 7 3
3 before we go on to number 5 let's open the phone lines for our listeners to also step in today. We've had our princess talking to us about 7 signs of emotionally intelligent people, right? 7 habits, right? Habits.
Yeah.
7 habits
of emotionally intelligent people.
7 habits of emotionally intelligent people. Well, she started off by talking about you being able to inspire yourself. You've been able to inspire yourself. If your inspiration, you see the word is inspiration, so it is in. Okay. So it should come from within you, right? If you are able to find all the possible things within you that inspire yourself, every moment Biana, you realize say you are going down, you go on to that. You can call it your secret book or your inspiration book. When you are feeling down, you go on there, and then you start reading out to yourself. People say, should you wait till you are down before you possibly read that to yourself? Or say you can read it every now and then to yourself, and then it registers with you. Now be a part and parcel of you. When that happens, you are on your way to become emotionally intelligent. And I think say spiritual churches like a 3 Mission will tell you have to read out your persona to yourself every now and then. When you do that now, it always keeps you in alignment of who you
That's
are.
right.
Right. Was I can persist against frustration. Frustration, yeah, as I'm frustration. But you can definitely go through it. When the frustrations come, you can definitely I wouldn't say grow through it. Yes, let's put it that way. It puts it in perspective. And let's just say obi emotionally intelligent, you are able to grow through frustrations. When you grow through frustrations, obi won't grow through similar frustrations. Now, idea. Ejina mu hu a no ye de be no obu na ni chi no kama hu a no ye de be no wo what I say. But if you grow through those frustrations hu a no wo bu na ni chi I just say akoy say no boy no girl wo ho so no your boy na no girl wo ho I say and I say you there with your wife or your husband, and then you've had similar relationships before, and then maybe with previous partner and you were able to grow through that frustrations. Let's say new partner or I
have seen some before.
And then you just be there watching them, you see, as they possibly dig their own hole. Some of them you persist against frustration. That is very good. We now about delay gratification. Delay gratification. What the can say me so one chance and play back, and I say you can get the audio on Facebook, and then you can listen to it all over again. What the Message is here, I'm message free. Intimate host here. We was say one other sign of an emotionally intelligent person. They are able to regulate their mood. And then we spoke about what we focus on. If the thing that you're going to focus on is going to keep you sad, why focus on that? Why focus on the things that will make you low instead of focusing on the things that will make you high? So focus on the things that will make you high, make you good within yourself, and you are able to regulate your mood by way of knowing the things that you put your focus on. So and Sembi Busa Ana and Katusubi or whatever she said to us this very morning. Now it's afternoon and it's evening at her end. If you have anything whatsoever just to say on top, a question to ask her, pick up the phone 0208 144 8180. That is if you are within the United Kingdom. If you are outside of the United Kingdom, just add a country code 0044 208 144 8180. For the very ones in the United States and Canada, it's 315-636-4063. 315-636-4063. And even if you are outside of the United Kingdom, if you are outside of the United States, but you think it is much cheaper calling the United States number, all that you need to do is just add 001-315-636-4063, and then you come straight to us. The Skype Aquantufuo Radio altogether, AKWANTUFUO RADIO Aquantufuo Radio altogether. You come here as well. And for the very ones who are listening to us via the Facebook live audio, you are seeing the pretty face of Princess. She got poses. She can pose very well. You can put your questions and your comments via the comment section. Equally, if you are listening via YouTube as well, you can do likewise, and then we will take time to read it out for Princess to address those concerns. So let's go back to Princess. Princess. Na minim say bobo what mean delay gratification. So on say obia what mean delay gratification. One the timi to susu no so nim sa.
Yes. That is so true.
Because I say bobo to me a delay gratification or bedroom why? And the bobo
and the smiley when just join on.
Sir,
Just join, get out of the car, then straight away to a Kondifo radio.
So
But too much straight.
I'm too straight.
And say emotional maturity,
intelligence,
if that is the topic for discussion.
7 habits of emotionally intelligent people. That is what we are discussing.
What do you say?
7 habits of emotionally intelligent people.
Oh, emotionally intelligent people. Oh, great. Oh, great. Okay.
And then yeah,
can I proceed on that place?
Yeah. My princess, I want to some more tough and chill. So,
Princess Pinchaway. We don't want that. I'm you.
I'm sorry.
And you make your mom.
Oh, they took a crama.
We don't for that. We don't for princess. I damn you. We don't for the marry. Why did you?
Oh wow.
I say we crash I say Bobo wait me a develop on a singing career them children.
I mean duet.
I see.
Or to anam is matter. Yeah, to
okay. All right then. Any bon tofa kitu bi e man no say I know abetum dia. So medical bon tofa kakra but once no in your beautiful feminine voice no bon tofa kakra man and then you can throw it to him to also add what he wants to add. Why?
Oh, me man, what country Kesepa? What do you mean by that?
Then bon tofa no. Some in the friend tofa.
Summary. Oh, okay. Miss Summary. Okay. What it is we've been speaking about. We've been speaking about the 7 habits of emotionally intelligent people. And emotional intelligence is the ability to monitor one's emotion and other people's emotions and discriminate between the different emotions, label them appropriately, and to guide our behavior, our thinking and behavior, yes. And we touched on the 4 of the 7 habits. The first one being emotionally intelligent people know how to inspire themselves. They're able to call on times when they've triumphed over tragedy or they've overcome challenges, and they use that to propel them forward. Number 2, emotionally intelligent people are able to persist against frustration. So our frustrations should evolve and change. We're not meant to have the same frustrations we had 4 years ago, 5 years ago. We were meant to have them today. They should have moved on because life is about growth. And the 3rd one is delayed gratification. We can't speed mastery. Everything takes time. There's the gestational period for everything. So in all things, you take your time and do what you're meant to do. Don't eat the packet of biscuits. Made a media example. Biscuit shop. Those times, no. They say my emotional intelligence. I would eat the biscuits straight away before I got home, or I'd lie to myself that I was buying for the children and end up eating it all. So now I've learned to delay gratification. I don't even buy the biscuits, or if I buy it, I know to eat one at a time. Okay. One a day or something like that. Yeah. So the 4th one. Was it the 4th one? Yeah, the 4th one is regulating of mood. Growth is uncomfortable, so we choose what we focus on and not be boiled down by the bad bits, but to focus on the good bits that we're going to get at the end of the challenge. Yes.
Okay. Now, I would like to just give some scenario pictures for global perspective. Now, about emotional intelligence, decision making. It may be thinking and deciding. Na I didn't get me who say one of our major challenges we are seeing leadership. Leadership for a point we say you create an environment for things to happen. You lead and you force. And Nyama has come me who around the US and say leadership is around the political realm, especially in the globalization that we have now. And you can't distinguish between politics and leadership in society. They interplay at each other. And my Mr. who say you make a decision. And one my education and I say emotional intelligence, emotions, so part of it can make and or make you. And in this, I mean, you could see emotional intelligence. The word here. First scenario is say, if I want to be a leader, can I use emotional intelligence for good purpose and wrong purpose? And do you think, say, around the world now, the concept of nationalism is something drive on emotions? And if you study people's emotions, is it easy to destroy people or it's easy to lead them? And then back to our community as an African community, go back to our culture, our values. But it is that emotionally, it appeals to us that it has misled us. I'll give you 2 examples and then I'll throw a question to you if you want to get into that. Okay. One is inferiority complex. Inferiority complex, you say, some of us, we believe we say, Adibia Bunika Hubiano. Adibia Bunidian. And then say, yeah, the end of once we can get a blessing from Bonino, it's easy to deceive your own brother or your own fellow. One. Second one. Yeah, you money, mema. It will be Fanta Coca-Cola. What you say? Fanta Coca-Cola, and they say, the Nandi Fanta and the Nandi Coca-Cola.
Fanta is Coca-Cola neck.
Aha, okay. And then, who did you say? When you are the cocoa, and the cocoa not no. I might in your money be pay you should. And you will say about ninja cocoa. And I think to not continue to men survey. I feel another there cocoa, you know. Young man, they are pushing for the cocoa, they man super bar cocoa. No bonus of a contact of your future, them and what I hear. Then a clear ye will be question wigger. Here be believe. You are question wig into one of your show a cheer. You move bunny wig into who will change away bunny. Number 2, you saw you beginning. And no problem, Cacao. Second one. Your name is so entire machine. And the way I organize you. What is tamale? 35 degrees. No for suit. No botter whistle. No pomade. Okay? Now, why do people take these decisions? It is what they have seen. In what we say, connected to this emotion, emotional intelligence, is to do with the 5 senses. And the trigger of the 5 senses, things you see, things you hear. And until you bring in anthropologists and those things in like social engineering. And the question is, given what we know now about emotional intelligence, don't you think, it's being abused in the usage by our leaders to manipulate our own? That is the reason why we are where we are today.
If we were all emotionally intelligent, they wouldn't have control over us. Because we'll be able to discern what is good for us and act it out, ask for it. Emotional intelligence, I believe is used in the positive light. I wouldn't say emotional. If they are abusing it, then they are not being emotionally intelligent. The way I understand it, it's to help to progress people, not to control them and keep them captive or small.
And my example be now the who contest me free ban.
Okay.
Politician be called Ghana on. So Kosia and Krabby Bray, because I'm going to one kata money. Now can kata money. I say kata na kopo se na kopo fast fibra. Na kan se na kopo my to feel. No sem quality money. And quality money to feel anymore. Or to the cat, oh, Achi, must of him here, Quanicato money or mutu when to fit to go from home. Then children have some beliefs. Oh, Achi, it's me editor of here, Eba. And I'm quite started to believe we say, Achi, it was superpower, be. But what I say?
And now manipulation. Yeah.
Also, connected with the manipulation, thing that informs somebody, there has to be a belief. There has to be an appeal. There has to be something that appeals to your emotions. Let you believe in it. Yes, I won't need that. Yes, I will catch you to be on the class. Oh, hey, I didn't think I would be a software. It beat me at that for Ghana. Because, or is CTV, I'm more believe. Wait, me catch yourself. And then, on fear.
So it's a subtle form of hypnosis.
Okay, good.
They are hypnotizing. Yeah.
Okay. Based on these two scenarios, no. Can it be that we can easily be manipulated by their emotions to the advantage of leadership?
Yes, but they're not be. Yeah, okay.
But what is your part here? I don't know emotions here. I'm the politician.
And your faculty politics, you can use it. Emotional intelligence, no. Intelligence, no. Emotional intelligence. The minimum say. Emotionally intelligent, they use it for the good of all.
They use it for
the advancement of others.
Oh, okay. So it can be used in the wrong way as well.
I'm not good. Then I wouldn't call it emotional intelligence.
Okay, my more example.
Emotional. Yeah.
The politician. I'm platform. Ghana, Maya Mobodo. Ghana, Maya Mobodo. Yet it's Picasso, a comedy. What's what Bamamia? It's turning in a Ebeba. Is he appealing to emotions or is making a statement of fact?
Oh, he's he's using it to manipulate the crowd.
Is he manipulating people's emotions?
Oh yeah, clearly. Is that now? Say advertising, going a different advertising. And there's a book I read, Eldon Taylor, writes about how we're all constantly being hypnotized. Advertising, even with your movie, then they place product placement near the whiskey be at to chair now cereal be and now say orange juice brand be. They are manipulating
about because my little bit of studies on advertisements. and what goes to advancement to achieve its purpose.
Yeah.
And part of it, the concept of deception,
yes.
The concept of emotions. And the emotions, it comes by study people's background, by study people's fear. People say, we are your woman cancer venture. In your own say, so in your weakness and so you can succumb to everything in this world.
That's right.
In your point of need, if you are not strong and properly conquered at home, you can be taken over. And one thing, Peter, Okati used to say, everybody, me defend you to the point of death. No matter what I say. But a could say, Peter, Nipa Ba will go out there. When I pray and I'm not in the baby. And the fear has a relation with emotions. A point of inadequacy has a point to do with emotions. And then just who, if you have to say, who, Sebi, and the American newspaper, 3.5 million black Americans, they are looking for men to marry. Yes, you. 3.5 black African women in America. I'll send the statistics. I'm up a small they are broke. They are looking for men to marry. Okay. Ghana. Who do say you don't marry here? Then society has a certain way of looking at you. But what I say?
Matthias,
what you say?
I have friends who are going through that.
Any problem? If you say, I'm a real force. If you say, but any force, you may be you are doing a fine. When you just a fine. Where would our people not accept the fact to say, I'm a real force? About what the force? It's because it's serving other purpose and other interests. Into your back. Within 8 years, the pressure also worry. Why? Because people said we create a system, and the system creates a value system, and that value system creates inadequacy in you, and that inadequacy in you, will force you to take certain decisions. Until recently, Ghana, look at women even in positions. You can't take official positions. You see, Bema is the head of the house. And in Bema, Obano, you can't go and take certain decisions. Yes, and I agree.
Yeah. I remember in Australia, Cromo say, in the 60s, women were not allowed to continue teaching once they got married.
And we have over 3.6 women in America looking for men. And what do you think that if you want to use the concept of emotional intelligence, you can manipulate these women? For their vulnerability.
Oh, that's exploitation. Emotional intelligence, as I understand it, is used for good. It's not used to manipulate others.
And also, you, if you understand you now, emotional intelligence will good purpose. You can use a knife in a typical African concept to go and weed. Or actually, you can use a gun to go and kill an animal to get a meat.
Hey, now animal welfare for animal welfare for
But you and I also know, say, the same second from Kodonia, it can be used to kill.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
The same gun can be used to kill human beings. So, if you discard the concept of emotional intelligence, and you tell me today that it's for good purpose, you are not discussing how it can be used for bad purpose. And maybe Warren is saying there are more things while we are where we are now. is because of emotional intelligence and because of the exploitation of emotional intelligence to serve other purposes.
Okay.
Could we then look
Yeah. You know how I see it too. If enough of the downtrodden built their emotional intelligence, then the manipulation would stop. So mine is, and we spoke about it, what do you focus on expands, right? So if you're going to focus on how people are using it to manipulate others, then it's going to grow more of that. By my focus, I choose to focus on the bit where if people know what it takes to be emotionally intelligent, then they won't be manipulated easy because they can identify what's going on.
What was that? We develop a hypothesis. We develop a concept. So, and I can be wrong, but I stand for a correction. So that you are looking at positive side of life, and you are looking at things that can enhance life. That's what I'm getting from this.
Yes, and what you're saying can also be true, where they use that to manipulate others.
What was that? In the question,
What's it?
Do you drive?
Oh yes, me drive. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Oh, the car brake will what? And there's a function for the brake. The brake is supposed to perform certain functions, and the brake is a safety function. What? Okay. But before you qualify as a driver, you know what they told you? You are driving instruction person who told you, say, if you don't use these safety measures now, what will happen to you? You're going to crash.
That's true.
And then this old driver, one pipe break now, what will happen? And if you discard the concept of emotions, emotional intelligence, for good purpose,
yes,
you have to discuss that on the other side instead.
Or where people can manipulate. Yeah.
No matter. But our present problem, is more to do with the manipulation. Because Ghana, as it is now, manipulation na area cut down because you.
Yeah, you're right.
Society is one a leader. So, and then if you know, say, oh, me your bar, me your Ghana. I'm not worried if I don't get married. Then my mind is shaped. Nobody can then appeal my emotions to change my mind. To have a child, there are a lot of biological reasons I can have or I cannot have. But what I say, even look at it. Who say your adaptation of what? You can adopt a child, no what? Do you accept it? You can do Maya
yeah. Surrogacy.
Surrogacy.
I know so.
Share member every spreading of infections. No what? Catchers. Raw. No what? Why is it raw? Mentality. My mentality is formed by what is being told to you.
Yeah.
Why can't you use condom and get the same satisfaction? All day. You can use condom and get satisfaction in what?
Yeah.
We super raw. The difference between the use condom and the raw, what goes to the mind before he performs the act of sex?
That's right.
Then look at this way. My friends,
okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, good. Anything, I would say, even in the aspect, wouldn't say you are gonna say, oh, Kuna, or say, oh, Bana, or Kuna, or so small boyfriend through you. What is happening there? Yes. Economics, Papa Small on a segmentation, market segmentation. Is a segment of society, we say, there's a class of women who think that they need to get young men in their company.
Yes.
And I'm talking about women mostly in a prestigious society, especially in the East Legon area, in certain privilege. No more. The one of video, a Nigerian movie. Nigerian movie, no shot. Nigerian movie, not catch or say. Oh, okay. What should we say? Who Sikaniba, Makasu Nukunu, Onama. There's a missing Bema on the ready. And the Obama Kotomu, enough of whom. Enough for Martin, you know, Bia was small boyfriends. School fees. Hey! You go to journalism or Lego or whatever. So, you could see a minister. That's what the say.
Matthias,
why would people do this? It things that feed to the mind. What you feed to the mind. What feeds into the mind is what you see and what you hear.
That's true.
And then the emotional intelligence comes in. And the emotional intelligence, and before it will take place, so there has to be a foundation. And foundation, if it be trigger points, green shoot. And then before say you can put people's emotions, the first thing that needs to happen is you should advertise what people can see. And you should advertise what people can hear. And don't say you grow up, about the stories. Say, oh, Ghana, maybe linear move, no, I could say, but you over here to Cote d'Ivoire. It might be about Ghana, you could say, someone who Cote d'Ivoire. Okay. What is that story? Then, Obisa Bay movie. My movie, no, yet somewhere will what I say. Then they write a book no summer home. And your environment from the age of 5 or 6, what you can see, what you can hear, it's about this concept. So 1, 2, quiet. Now you grew up in this environment. What do you think it will shape your opinion?
You'll be so fearful.
Very good. And then the emotion is driven by certain things. Because you hear research beyond, let me hear something about why people take their money to save in the offshore countries. The professor know Argentina with the concept of the mind. But besides say, actually, we know about to coin. What to coin no? What could do, baby? We are 26 years. We are 25 years. Then you want to have sex. That's you. And okay, there's nobody in the two of you. Now, catch me about and say, let's have sex and close the chapter. Nobody here. And before we can have sex, we need protection. The protection is condom. No, besides, I didn't discuss it. In the say, 1, it's against the law because of the concept of intersex. Secondly, why should you have sex with your unyaba? I was not in the minority. 90% or 98% of the class in the area, Nipa 2 pet our class or say all that we are saying are wrong because we are driven by emotions. And once and they say, if you are not driven by emotions now, you put the condom in place for safety to prevent transmission. Secondly, Obana Niaji, Bemanuswa Niaji, the gone. Third point is say, you close the chapter, everybody goes his way. Then, when you send the letter, I can say, if you want to employ business executives, or employ those two people, no? Because all employee dependent, what I can say is because why? We are driven by emotions.
Those two, I can think outside the square. But you know what?
Go on.
It was a concept we discussed recently. We call a coaching workshop on relationships. Oh, Marka said that way. Sankrofono, those two are who he would have employed. No, that's how the old way of doing business is, and they've worked out. Say that way of doing business is not working anymore. So they are bringing relationships, emotions into the people who can feel, people who can ascertain, say, this person is not coping. There's something going on in their life. How can we give space for them to process whatever they're going so that they can give off their best? Yeah. And that lecture, I know it would be of the model of Sika results. Whereas the emerging a paradigm here more about people and relationships and emotions and recognizing that we're human and it's okay to be human, and making sure that everybody is being looked after in such a way that they can put out their best. Longevity, there won't be longevity because we're not plastic. Human beings are not plastic. We're full of emotions. Yeah. So that's all I can say to that. But the can manipulate it, is true as well. But the antidote is for the majority of us to be emotionally intelligent. So we can guard against being manipulated.
I do control the emotions.
Oh, it's an emotional intelligence is a work in progress. Indeed, the amateur 7 habits regulating your mood, and you can work towards it. Yeah.
It's funny, Papa Smiley Koku. Yes, you.
What's it day?
I can be Papa Smiley. We're very crafty, so. Okay, Papa Smiley. Papa Smiley is crafty with a lot of creativity. Okay, but at that point in your life, you go down. Or you're always what you are. At that point in your life, you go down, or you're always what you are.
Oh no! I have low moments. Yeah.
One son. Why I say?
One answer. Who be some? At
the point of need,
yes.
Who could you be so fast, Maria? Or do you from straight away?
Charlie, yes, I'm for fire. Another one will be asking me.
Okay, but boss, I draw.
I said, maybe I'll do focus on the fan. Oh, says answer and have me. What I say? Focus, regulate your mood. Why? Regulate your mood.
He needs some training in emotional intelligence.
Papa, don't
Sir, he didn't listen from the beginning. We should pardon him.
Okay, and pardon him. Bubu Koso. Why? Koso.
Fire my own. I wonder why I don't pray. I wonder. Oh, yeah. The friend of master teaching. When we see what the point of the leader, which
yes. Help a sister out. Assist a sister. Any friend assist a sister, no?
I believe that.
Yep.
Let me proceed. Anyway, on the lighter note, my sister, what do you think, sir? As an individual, do you need to look at emotional intelligence from both bad point of view and good point of view, and what you can do to eliminate the bad side of emotional intelligence?
And I'll go back to this. Say you can once and even before I open say what you focus on expands. If you are going to be focused on the bad parts now, it will expand. Me focus will be on how to build my emotional intelligence such that I won't be manipulated by others.
Mm-hmm.
So, funny say, for instance, if I'm feeling low in mood and I say, I'm not up to, I'm in a fearful state now, I'll keep away from people who I know will prey on me.
Okay.
I'll hide. Me and family home come akroma and mechiminri. That's emotional intelligence.
For example, if your libido is high, you need to regulate the environment you need to be in when your libido is high. But is it also because you? I mean, sorry. We use English Premier League. Football is played around the whole world. But the concept of the English Premier League, is how they demonstrate emotions on the field of play, and in a raw way that appeals to football fans. That's what I say. And some of the things are wrong. Your football managers own. They studies me, and a key 600 cases on football managers, and some of them will lose so much as small catcher or intervene as small becano. Be 2 weeks now could boost an assembly or become something different. That's what I say.
Yeah,
but although much now intervene or not small becano. Ghana, example. Papa be lose election journalist who could do almost interview na Papa we are over when you now lose here one which now can know about it. And what we say the who say they had on something like this thing to do with emotions and so on. They are exploiting it for good purpose. It's a good commercial value. Premier League is now one of the best-selling football in the whole world. It comes to negativity. So, still back to you, say, do you have to promote the good side and the bad side along, or you only have to promote the good side?
I would go with the good side. I stand firm on going with the good side because personally, I believe in what you focus on expands. Yeah, you let people be aware of the bad, but you don't focus too much. I say, almost story, no. They are telling the story of tragedy to inspire. The advice is to just focus a minute on the actual tragedy. And 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and focus the 4 minutes on how you overcame it, because that's where the inspiration comes from. If you're going to be talking about how you were down and all those things, you're actually depressing people. Then you've lost the plot. You've lost the reason for which.
What do you really be proud? Now, I admire your intelligence and your overall perspective of life. But I don't know, I can admit to the binti, or I'll ask a question. Sometimes you say, baby, me digress you, but Abiana, maybe you are mean, Tiasi, understand, help me to understand more.
Yeah.
Get it this way. Depression. Something to do with mental health last
Yeah.
Part of the problem with mental health issues, part of depression, they say you are not allowed to express yourself the way you want to express yourself.
You are not allowed. Yes, yeah.
Very good. And knowing what we know, what we discussed last week, and bringing positivity of emotional intelligence, and how do you reconcile the two?
Okay, so in my case, and I'll be personal, I work with a life coach counselor, and on only DNA say, if I do things to light me up now, then nothing can get me down. So invest. I know. I said those who were in the Holocaust now. I look for the outliers. In all of life, I look for the outliers. I look for the people, because success leaves clues. So I look for the people who were in concentration camps. How did they survive? What were their mindsets? What are the tools they use?
That seek ye the kingdom first and all other things have given to you. Is that what you're saying? Is that a concept of propaganda?
Yes, to some extent, yes. If you, in some cases, in some cases, you can't get yourself out of a certain situation.
Sorry.
Yeah, in some cases, you are in a precarious situation. Yeah. In cases like that, you think back to those Holocaust survivors or those who survived abominable conditions. What was their mindset? What got them through it? They survived. So you model your life on those people. So in the case of depression, where people are not being allowed to express themselves, if you are not being supported at home, find a supportive tribe outside of home. People who champion you, people who affirm you, people who allow you to be the best version of you. And then you thrive. Yeah.
Pacho, I mean, no name communicate to maybe 10 or 6 or give me understanding of it. Social issues affecting us.
Yeah.
Statistics in Ghana, it shows say we have more female population than male population.
Yeah.
And which means that the adult age, women in active sex age, they outnumber the men. There is a concept of religiosity in Ghana where more than other Muslims or Christians, probably more than 90% of the population, Muslim Christians. The concept of adultery, the concept of marrying more women, it is something to do with your mind. It is something to do with your emotions that you can accept or cannot accept. That is one question.
On the man's, on the man's part, Nana.
It's to do with both sides. Say,
okay.
What the culture of the U.S. 3.6 million Black Americans. Why?
Yo, Mati.
Oh, you're calling number nice hour anyway. What was it? That's the reality on the ground now. And should we be developing a concept in Ghana that talk about sex and how you can stay away with sex? Because I say the ramifications, is promotion of relationship, and the promotion of relationship, it has to be a man or woman or woman to woman or man to man. And if you find yourself in an environment where the societal concept is promotion of man to woman or woman to man, but not woman to woman and man to man, where would those who are far get involved? Second one to do with say Bishop may own the personal program here politics party politics. You don't need to discuss the politics side, but if you say social driving to politics. So
yeah.
And I can see the relationship between social values and politics the same way straight away. Your senior body viewer, your friend of connection. Or can be power say. You put be a something. You put be a call in a bro. So, and on only you need to say that proverb. So, it's narrating to say, go make good whatever it is, then come back. But the rest of the coin is say it can also be taken say if you promote indigenous business, they can do well. But notwithstanding, let's go with the negative first. When you have this proverb and this concept now, how does it drive people to take decisions when they are in the whole world and what they need to do? Another one, say fashion. So, I think in a Ghana, now you see in the TV, you see, you hear on the radio adverts, and also called pie, now could be pizza, also could be beggar. Nothing with that consideration to the nutritional value of what you're going to eat and put in. In fact, who could have a video that was so. If you go to social media, these are people who come here. So for the fact that you can go there, no, it puts you in a prestige position that you are a class in society. Okay. And that's listing some behavioral challenges moving by emotions. Second one, you're in a peer group. So, peer group, no. A man says, will be our boyfriend. Even under age, and it's only boyfriend. But it's so common, say, because of the environment you are living in, one for boyfriend that you can't survive. And I push you, Marco. You admit you, boy, be. When you win them, or one way. And I'll go for a bucket, no feeling so good. No, so Olympic, you can not hit TV, Olympic games, almost swimming and so on. And what's up, Cosim? I say, we in itself is not bad. Our medicinal value.
That's true.
If you can able to use it well to your advantage, it can help you.
That's true.
But you know, in the eco-buying. And then see, almost say, most of our behavioral challenges, cost of life. What you want to catch or say? We Ghana, we teach any. Take money to your canoe. And a cow, and no, and no, ma. And car, obviously, the canoe. I am dying. What your lessons is? If you have a food, you can walk to supplement your income. Now, colleagues are no teacher for teacher for the brave, you should come about man of their back. Now, you don't know my catcher will say, a past smiling, fire mine, Archie. We don't put it in your near Jumano. We should cut what the bird you man. We find medical holidays. Now, Nippon, we should cut also. They are involved in politics, they are getting money. That is stealing from the taxpayer to fund this lifestyle. Your family begin to put pressure on you. Into developing and cameras and teacher. You're not on your own. So soon, when I'm going to be pushing, say, actually, do this. But when you're not kind, you say we expert. What's the meaning about emotions? What do you think? Say, we have to do in emotion to change our behavior as Ghanaians, because the behavior, no, is what is driving the country down. What is driving the country down? Something begins with the society. Society starts from the family level.
Yeah.
Your papa, what you push, yeah. The Subana Quabonti.
Yes, true.
The Subana Ampe, any from the family level to Abuja Pain, to the town, to the district, to the region, to the country as a whole. What do we have to do with the emotions to curb this abnormal behavioral pattern that is detrimental to a political landscape? Politicians in charge of making decisions. What do we have to do? Address this behavior, wrong values. in a society?
Almost say it takes 10% of the population to change the lot. We don't need all of us. Emphasize emotional intelligence in the right way. No, if we have 10% of us practicing it, then there will be the what you might call it, the effect. It's not boomerang. DFS ripple effect.
Multiplier effect. Multiplier effect.
What's it?
Multiplier effect.
That's right. Thank you. And no bet to me, and the our case at Damakuma Super. I find say me passion is in the children before more corrupted adults. No, I'm infecting them with this goodness of emotional intelligence, learning about their emotions. And recently, my firstborn, no, me letter come. Say my children is and I know say Ono being the one who will be going out to spread the news and infect other people. So we only need we start with the young ones, and then as much as their parents may not be emotionally intelligent now, it takes a village. So their aunties or the people who have who know about these things and so would be the ones supporting them to grow those values or things within them. No, so yeah. Because the whole idea is not possible. It starts with just one, and then we work our way, and then slowly, a generation, we can effect change, and it takes time. Change takes time. Transformation takes time, and I find before we're too impatient. Yeah, we want start here. No, but it takes time for things to shift. And it's in our determined visionaries, and you behold the vision. Yeah.
Well, we say, oppressor or a domineering.
Yeah.
Somebody who wants to take authority over you.
Mm-hmm.
And his main vehicle is to develop a strategy and a concept that will drive your emotions.
Oh,
how
that's
do you think that person will be happy in you responding in a positive way to emotional intelligence?
Okay, that's narcissistic behavior. There are a number of narcissists around. They find ways of manipulating you to get. They'll make it out as if you are the one in the wrong. And there are ways of getting around it. And it's number one, finding the tribe. My spirituality, has helped me over the years. I've come to believe that nothing can stop the Spirit of God from doing what the Spirit of God wants to do through you. Yeah? At the appointed time, your support crew would come and they will help you to bloom in spite of the oppressor that you feel. Because oppressor, deeply, means who is oppressor is your teacher, in a way. Building the resilience in you and the determination to break out into who you want to be. But it's hard. I acknowledge that it's hard when you are under oppressive circumstances. It's not easy. Not many people. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Black Ghanaians are being manipulated?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
Do you think that if we are being manipulated, then we are doomed for a foreseeable future, or it's not like that?
As much as people are being manipulated, people are being woken up too. So there's the 10% who are doing their work and who are emotionally intelligent enough to know that what is to be able to see through what the manipulator is doing.
I'm just referring to too much English. Just go and read about it. And what the topic be about. have a perspective on those documents and let's see why.
Okay, yo, Marty.
So,
yeah,
maybe your friend of Berlin conference, so. Because I will be so good to me after the crowd.
Okay.
What is Berlin conference? Why?
Yo, Marty.
For commitment in Berlin conference like slavery.
Okay.
Then I want you to have a little bit of understanding about the overview of tourism industry in Cape Coast and Elmina. The architecture framework of Cape Coast Castle and Elmina Castle. Last point, ASA. How do you emancipate yourself for independent mind, establishing identity? Inti se ubit mafia sani mami se mo mi on. Kebe bua mi kakra.
Marty.
Na enka o next topic dia no. Is an issue room. Why?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Bobo. 7 years 7 and the aka 4. I come here and maybe next week we will come back to the last 3. But birthday boy. Oh, so ni birthday boy. Oh, waba. Nti yema birthday boy kwana on some cabinet and so. Birthday boy.
Okay.
Papa Smiley, I was about to leave. Then I've been here for about 20 minutes now.
20.
Oh.
And about yeah. Until also kept you right.
Anyway, let me ask my question.
Okay.
I heard your speaker talking about emotional intelligence.
That's right.
And as far as I know, we have multiple intelligence. We have spatial intelligence. Not special, spatial.
Yeah, SPATIAL, yeah.
Yes, we have visual intelligence. We have kinetic intelligence. We have social intelligence. And moral intelligence. I think I heard Google asking certain questions which was falling through all of them. The question I want to ask her is if you can give us the core or the gist of emotional intelligence, and when hello
Abby, 1 second, okay, hold on 1 second, okay, 1 second, I'll just get you sorted out and you can carry on 1 second. Why? Nah, me mount was is yeah. I mean 1 second. I'll let you carry on. All right. Now I can let Abby carry on. Abby, Twazo.
Okay. And when is it applicable? Because me, when I look at emotional intelligence, by virtue of my background, I look at emotional intelligence mainly from leadership perspective. When I talk of leadership, I'm not talking only of political leadership. But
Leadership in all aspects. Yes.
Managerial leadership, your managers and everybody. You know? And so, I mean, which perspective is she taking at? And
I'm coming from a place of life coaching, living your life, general living.
So you are coming from the personal, emotional intelligence perspective.
Yes, personal.
So you are not escalating it to the leadership perspective, or otherwise. I wanted to ask you: is Akufo-Addo more emotionally intelligent than Dramani Mahama?
I haven't started.
And then your birthday, so be careful. Abby. Today be your birthday.
Okay, I leave you here. Let us take over.
And then your birthday. Abby.
Yes.
today that be your birthday. Why you do that? Eh? Okay.
Slow down.
You slow down, eh? All right, thank you, Abby. Now, Princess, me wuni Bubu and common, right? Now, when you examine the definition of emotional intelligence, what it tells you, and it's is a capability of individuals to recognize their own emotions and those of others, right? Now, said here, it is until you know who you are and you know how you operate. That is when you will be able to cooperate with others.
That's true.
And when you yourself, you the individual, when you become emotionally intelligent, you will easily recognize if someone is trying to emotionally abuse you.
That's true.
And to say an example, I know all about say politicians because I could not platform. So now they said say labor for say one household, one broadband. I just say. I mean,
Papa Smiley, let me come in.
Abby.
You know this broadband thing. You see, the broadband thing is a national strategy. I said it on your platform some time ago, but people will not take notice. The broadband is a national strategy which is aimed at being used to develop the economy. They wanted to propagate broadband like telephone so that you don't have to own broadband to conduct business. If you stand anywhere, you can log on online and do your business. You see how Oyibo thinks? So what they are doing now is to build the infrastructure for that. So that is why Jeremy Corbyn is like kickstarting the whole thing. Do you understand? But we know we are sleeping there. We wake up one day and we say we want to have all our cars to be electric. Meanwhile, we don't even have phones to charge the thing. And the pretense that we are developing, or we are developed. Is it not sense?
I mean, so now slow down.
Let's take over.
Oh, it's you that individual, no, you must first of all say no, and I said develop your emotional intelligence, and after that, when someone is trying to abuse your emotions, now you can easily see through. So let me try now. One second. Fire. Sure say one no training ne mama no pa to be emotionally intelligent because I was just will be catching us. I love you. I say, hey, why do you love me? Why do you love me? So on the identity. Before we bet me who say they are being emotionally abused. You must be emotionally intelligent before you know that. So on the identity. And that is what I picked up from Bobo Comedy. Bobo, Bremo and I sorry. Why?
The update the kind and Margaret could be home kakra. So say a new dimension, maybe a resource person who can think about it. Say behind thinking too, there has to be a strategy. I mean, you have to think, say, what does it lead to? And in what we say, Ubik Maka say, this is right, this is wrong. Let's do what is right, but what will the right lead you to the long run? And what would the wrong lead you to the long run? And then I want to in implying Abdul Beka say, no labor for you, no share. No, this is not doable. But I want to say, what bet you strategy that can make it happen and can propose businesses. But then see, what do you want to say? They are on our show and they are going to do you have to apply strategy and emotional intelligence?
what I've learned is that emotional intelligence teaches you how to think. We've not been taught to think. It is strategy, no. It teaches you how to think, knowing where you're going, what's the best way forward. So you are using your energy efficiently. It prevents scattered energy.
I can't some to know on the right hand. And I say, Minya, rice, concerning that question. Who does that mean? Using inefficiently.
Thank you very much. And then Dano, want to know my birthday boy.
And to happy birthday, Manana.
And you be episode to be on Shadam. Happy birthday,
Papa Smiley. I told you this morning that this happy birthday thing is not a tradition. You understand? I expect this you people this morning you giving me some talk and eggs and something.
Okay.
And the chocolate you go to sing happy birthday. Is it my tradition?
And I thought there is any local Australian work with you. Go me who told you. So called Australian work with you.
I say any tradition to be and two man.
Yeah, okay. Maybe
some of us we are culturally intelligent.
it's you.
Yeah, we are culturally intelligent, you know.
Meaning part of the Benin Gan tradition here, but I can't tradition. The greater part of it that involves form of libation, assembling, and recognition in greater occasions. When there's a big occasion, there's a recognition. The recognition will involve that they will pour libation, they will pray to God. And in the process too, they'll be singing, or in recognition of the occasion. And what I know a little bit about the God tradition, my African tradition, religious tradition. More idea, or more assemble, and then they sing. They say, "Oh, this person is well." You don't need to go to any of this. If you want to support your traditional, you know, can you tell us what favors your tradition when somebody clock a milestone? What you do in your tradition, so that we learn, so that in our development, when I meet another Gan, because you are one of the most intelligent gunman I've ever met. You are one of the most people that, when it comes to management concepts, you're on top. Tell us today how you want to educate us, so that in recognizing the fact that there is an importance that attached to a person of certain age. What do you do in your tradition of this age? Please, can you educate us?
Bobo, I'm sorry to disappoint you on this. Where I come from in Accra, my house, they used to come there to do this chieftaincy thing. And when I was young, people should know true that I don't like tradition. But I feel there is so much improvement to be done to it to make it so attractive for us. This libation pouring, I personally, I don't see any value in it. But if it comes to gathering and maybe interacting, I'm happy. Look, traditionally, what would have happened maybe to me if I want to be traditional? Of course, if I'm in Accra, I will not be good. This morning, we gather, like some sort of family gathering. They ask you they ask you of the best food you like. You know, they ask you of the best food you like, then they prepare for you.
Yeah.
You understand? That is what
they do from Australia.
But girls as they are, they will not end such an occasion without music. And when I talk of music, I think somebody like Ejase who stay in Accra or Mr. Mensa will know. Ghana people will like live music. Do you understand? Those days we used to call it cultural troops will come and play.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? If people who live in Accra will know. So it's like a sort of communal gathering with fanfare. Do you understand? And you don't, unfortunately now they do these things only when somebody dies. But previously, when the society was a bit stable and organized, we used to do that on every milestone. A new child is born, an old person has just some age, you know, that sort of thing, and we do all of these things. But now, because of selfishness...
I will not cut you short. If you don't mind, I'll just make a simple comment here. Yesterday, after the show, I went to read my African Traditional Religion book, one written by Ahithophel. And it's a very good book.
Written by whom?
African Traditional Religion.
Written by whom?
West African Tradition. West African Traditional Religion. Is it Ahithophel? Yeah.
Ahithophel.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Because that's
Ahithophel was my good friend. He was my teacher, my good friend as well.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a book. Everybody who has done African Traditional Religion in A-level, I finished my level somewhere in 1993. Okay.
Ahithophel, yeah.
That's the book I
Ahithophel.
Okay. And I looked part of it about Ghana traditional religion, celebration of birthdays. Mm-hmm. Two things I noted. What you are saying is of good thing. But there's something I also know, that there's something we call footprint. That leaving a legacy, changing behavior, or changing something. So if I am an Akan and I meet you as a Ghan, what I try to do is that I try to see that what are the things good in my culture that you can also inculcate. That's why, Abe, when somebody from Akan tradition they invite you to a funeral, they will say, "Okay, Abe, come with this dress, come with this." Somebody from a Togoland will also invite you for a funeral or food. They'll say this. Somebody from this for wedding will say this. So, two things.
Bobo, hold on there. You see, we are trying to discuss emotional intelligence, and I gave an example of different types of intelligence we have.
Good.
Do you understand? We have to be culturally intelligent as well.
Very good.
But because of mismanagement of ourselves, the culture thing is me, I see the culture thing as so backward. But believe me, it is not backward. But because of the economic implications, it has become like unnecessary. Because we need money to sustain those things. But the people at the Home Affairs are paying lip service to it. Look, these cultural troops I'm telling you, these cultural bands I'm telling you about. When I went to Austria, you go to Norway, you know, universities invite these people, these boys playing these cultural things, to come and teach their people in the universities. So guys that we will describe in Ghana as illiterates were teaching people at the universities about drumming and dancing, tradition, and so on. This is no story. This is I can call friends for you. People are doing that.
But Abe, you see, let's elevate the discussion a little bit. See the point here. When you go to Tesco, the shelf, you can have tomato. There are 4 types of tomatoes with different costs. When you go to the shop, especially the big corporations, you want to buy a suit. Same suit, different prices. So, in life, I think that there are basic needs you can do in life to meet the minimum requirements. When you do away with the minimum requirement, it means throw away. So, despite the economic issues, despite the problems we face in life, what are the minimum things that you can do that doesn't cost you much to sustain your culture?
Yeah, but Bobo, hold on. The culture alone, sustaining the culture alone is not enough. Do you understand? When I was growing up in Accra, look, I mean, the society was
Do you want to do away with remembrance?
To what?
Birthday. Fundamental.
Hold on, let me finish. The culture, the society was such that, look,
as a young boy, you have to do away with certain things, but it's birthday part of it. Something to do with remembrance, reflection is something you want to do away with.
Well, because we are not doing it. Hello?
Yeah, Abby.
Yeah, Baba.
Koso na bubu mfane die nesi. Why? Koso na ebre na nya ebre. Princess
I feel the cultural thing has been ignored. Because I expect the Ministry of maybe Chieftaincy or the Ministry of Culture to have had, up to now, a plan as to how best we are going to develop that. They should work in tandem with the Ministry of Education. They should work in tandem with all the ministries across the board. Because all the activities will impact every Ministry of Tourism. I mean, it should be a unified strategy to sustain this. The Chinese have it, the Japanese have it, and so on. But ours is like a piecemeal thing. The Minister of Culture or Tourism feels like he or she is a group on. Meanwhile, what she's doing is not happy anybody. You understand? Anyway,
another time. Was Uncle Freddy another time. You ever cultural intelligence and said you're working so you ever no was Bobo. Young fancy, why?
Yes, Mary.
Young fancy. Brenda swap and who will
fancy. No for that, I mean, you know, time to be why.
What are you going to Bobo?
Yeah, they were
I'm going. What money?
Me don't for that damn. And now, Bobo got your man.
You, Baba Smiley, you were telling, you said fire is saying she is going to develop his children's emotional intelligence. You think when they come and meet somebody like you, that emotional intelligence will work on you?
You see, what? Just be careful.
Topic there, fine.
No. You why wouldn't it work?
Man past man now.
I know it's a man past man, but why if they meet someone like me, it wouldn't work? It will work.
Oh, so you stop fire will be able to train your children to work with you emotionally.
It will work. Yeah, it will work.
So you get master like that.
It will work. With
you get master like that.
I get master. More person. Yeah, na. More them trust him. Yeah, fancy. Yeah, I get master.
You know your level.
I know my level. Princess, your final word. Is it come next week now? So what do you mean, Sanaba? And your final word for today.
Well, if say emotional intelligence, we needed to navigate the difficult terrain. This difficult terrain we call life. Being emotionally intelligent helps us to develop shock. Okay. Develop shock absorbers against the many attacks we'll get. So there you go. I'm done.
Okay. Thank you very much.
We've gone over, so
we've gone over pa bobo ne Abi on say mama ajaba e kan ba ko bi e wo ne number 3 no oh no say or say delay gratification what you say na a home common ko ye me de pa so na mi busa ne say oba ne bema agudie mu ne kwa be so na bema no betimi afa a delay ni gratification such as here na on person be dia tumba te no kre say bema udru level bi a onim say wo boss ba ko a wo be sana no wantimi ehunu one stop no emotionally low intelligent because okay emotional intelligence definition na so I mean can nyina bi o say is the capability of individuals to recognize their own emotions and those of others. So into emotion when the man recognize it, feeling one recognize it.
Feeling.
At that point, so Anna one pull back a crash.
But that's my bone. I mean, can't sorry. I said we could hear some support, but
okay.
My next time service song. I was a financial advisor for a region, so I was privileged among my peers. For where I live, the things around me. Me marba punya nang fogaka. Then that time my sister was not in Ghana. Aponta was in Ghana, so I was living in their facility. And I have a car to myself. Right from school, I have this privilege to live this luxury life.
Please wait.
I will get money from outside to fund this lifestyle. Now, among them is a lady, or no one who is saying, but no, see, to me for fear, as you go through life and life emotions, before I decide, say, I should choose. And I'm just so many brand here, I'm some person with many cacra. And me starting, we are my knock down a catch or say, okay, I'm not ready. Oh, so like we can make fun or something like that, but I'm not ready for any commitment. Means he said, even the process of the quite ready for now. Then you get somebody coming in with the idea that he can change your mind. TSMU. Then the person comes in, oh yeah, not proper. I'm not going. You must well say. Oh, the show, Miami Rumpo, I can't continue call Shia, what I'm waiting. Aba, and I grow. Oh, the show, Miami Rumpo. Something called Shia. Forget he said. Papa, we've laid the foundation from beginning, but he denied the fact that the Kassan winner. So, in the eternal time, I'm watching a life story. This is 2000.
I said
2000.
I said, Bobo, but now they said, why emotionally intelligent? I just said, to me.
No, what I'm saying is, I said, now can make future so, bro. So, you probably never call Nagin. So, you make a chair. And I'm near ready to say, empty a blue, you know, too. My nation service, but my content, but I cannot sustain that lifestyle. What I say, I'm going to be thrown to the world. I'm going to live my own life. And the money I'm going to earn as a national service person cannot even sustain my lifestyle. Why should I commit myself in a relationship that I can't sustain the lifestyle?
That's
so
right.
he was emotionally injected.
I'm more there. Papa, I was a big man. because a young boy when I cow them, when you're moving university in Maba. So, she's all Democrat. It's one of the best in town. So,
that's
but
right.
I had the mindset that that thing is not for me, it's for somebody, it's for my sister and husband. So I may move on in life. What I said.
That's right.
Now, Obama Zoom is also an attraction. Okay, I want to see. So, I think, yeah, and it's shock as well. What I say,
yeah, can it see? You, Princess, ever do a CB? That's it. Ever do a CB? Now, delay gasification, so. Also pay me CB Naja. Bana be teach mu ye my pa. Why?
Yeah, dissect you.
Honored the pa, honored. Honored the pa. So, intina yem fancy I say na nyam yad ma da sene. Yaba. Na yaba beto. Say abo say ho.
She 30 minutes to midnight, what?
Hey, any
it's way past my bedtime.
Any kwe. Bed keke.
Ose.
Bed keke.
It's way past my bedtime.
Your bedtime, okay. Yo, yati. Bobo, what's it bedtime? Yati. Why? But on your money, anyway, any Obama no the akoda. Why? I'm
not like that, right?
Bobo, what's one another wo? Inti koso pim so why?
Hey, last week, not last week, the 2 weeks before. But say try again. It's lesson you should hit. Try again. You should persevere. If you want persevere, and you say, "Oh, and you know."
And to persevere. Tiaso.
And kind of say, "I say, Miss McQueen, I'm going to know what."
Persist against frustration.
Last week, talk person I'm related to an idiot.
And then so I say persist against frustration.
It was something to do with persistency. Monsieur Papa, when I infant say. From 1st January, no holidays. I worked towards it. And the was so low pump.
Okay.
Also, the idea near Europe. Okay. All
right, then, Matthias, maybe I'm super fine. All right, then, enjoy the weekend. Bye. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Nani to many, oh, me and an improve. Or see me trinity. She said, how are me? I check. Now, so why, when you see down. Sending a mere boa man in Sakaka cra. Pasimenko, she said, if be an Indian in Sakayumpo, Michi Boniti, Nasa Finanza. Ah, oh, we are seeing of Wajima. Oh, we are seeing Mundo of Wajama, you know, Jimia Kukume.